So, ex-Pittsburgh Steeler Ryan Clark talked about how Patrick Mahomes, really there is no one in the NFL that can take him down, right? He is the best quarterback in the NFL. He's unstoppable. And no matter who you put against him, they look like a laughingstock pretty much. I mean, you look at Lamar Jackson, you look at a laughingstock. Josh Allen couldn't get the job done. It doesn't matter, right? Now, he did say in this article right here from Get Up, he said Patrick Mahomes ain't got no rival. He does not have one. Is this not a double negative on a low-key note? I feel like that's a double negative. Anyway, he said, it's Patrick Mahomes and everyone else. And I agree with that. I do. While, yes, I don't like the Chiefs, and listen, Chiefs fans, I was a little crazy on you guys back a couple days ago when you beat the Ravens. I was still a little crazy about the Chiefs, a little bit harsh on you guys. But at the end of the day, yes, Patrick Mahomes is great. The Chiefs are great. We all know that. They are like the old Patriots. They are one of the best teams in the league. If not actually, I would say they are the best team in the league. Because that's why they're in the Super Bowl every year, right? It's annoying to watch, annoying to look at, but at the end of the day, they are, great. They are a dynasty. Nonetheless, though, he said, it's Patrick Mahomes and everyone else. If you bring up anyone into the conversation, it's only Joe Burrow. Because right now, he's the only person in the AFC that has shown he can slow his heart beat down and compete against the great.
You were dead! I saw you die!
I was faking. I used ninja focus to slow my heart rate down.
And this is why I've said many times, right, that it is Mahomes and Burrow at the top of the tiers, right? They are the top of the mountain quarterbacks. And then after that, I believe it's a cliff. I believe it's Burrow, Mahomes, and you know what, Chiefs fans? Put Mahomes over Burrow. If that's what makes you feel good, do it. I put Burrow over Mahomes, but maybe that's just because I'm biased and I'm a Bengals fan. Whatever. Honestly, at the end of the day, right? In the end, maybe Mahomes over Burrow, right? Just do that for this video's sake, okay? Then it's a cliff. It really is. And the funny thing is, right, when you really boil it down, because CJ Stroud one day is going to get good enough, and I truly believe he'll be on the level of Joe Burrow and Mahomes. At the end of the day, CJ Stroud, when he gets there, though, we're now going to have three guys at the top of that list. And then it's a cliff. And right now, the cliff is like, boop. And then at the cliff at the bottom, I think then it's Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Then you could potentially put on there, CJ Stroud already. Like, then it kind of goes, fizzles out. But it's really Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes at the top of that list, and there's nobody else. And yes, when Lamar Jackson said a couple days ago that the two greats, he called him and Patrick the two greats.
But everybody's going to talk about you and Pat Mahomes. What is it about that kind of matchup that you really like? What is it about competing against him that you really like?
I don't like competing against him at all. But yeah, he's a great quarterback. Definitely a Hall of Famer. It's not even it's a no-brainer. He's definitely a Hall of Famer. But it's just, I believe it's just two greats, up-and-coming greats, just going toe-to-toe. Like a heavyweight fight, heavyweight matchup. That's just what I see.
Going head-to-head in this championship game, I wouldn't say he should have put himself in that category.
Save that guy for later. My wife and I would like to ask you a couple of questions.
Sure. Go ahead, shoot.
Well, for instance, what are your qualifications?
Well, I attended Juilliard. I'm a graduate of the Harvard Business School. I travel quite extensively. I lived through the Black Plague, and I had a pretty good time during that. I've seen The Exorcist about 167 times, and it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it. Not to mention the fact that you're talking to a dead guy. Now, what do you think? You think I'm qualified?
The two greats, when they go head-to-head in AFC Championship games, are these two men right here. That's the two greats quarterback. And again, yes, it sucks too, because if Joe didn't go through so many injuries, I feel like we would be in a different situation. Like 2020, his offensive line was absolutely horrendous, obviously, and then he goes out for the year. But if it wasn't for his offensive line, I feel like he would be great. I'm not trying to make excuses right now. I'm just saying, it's just there are certain scenarios where I feel like I wish Joe did win one, like against the Rams, and I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into it. But anyway, this could be an interesting future. I'll say it like that. We need Joe to stay healthy. We need Joe to get back and be 100%. But this is going to be a back and forth probably for the next 10 to 15 years. And I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. I'm ready for this. You know, this is just how it is. There's a reason why they put us against the Chiefs every single year. In the next 4 years, we play the Chiefs, I think, 3 out of 4 times. We don't play them 1 year, I believe. So it's gonna be a fun time, man. At the end of the day, man, Chiefs fans, I know you guys don't love me.
Why? Doesn't anyone love me?
I didn't mean to go so harsh on you guys, but I had to, man. I had to. After looking back at it with the Justin Tucker clip, based on after I learned more about it and got more information about it, it seems like Kelsey and Patrick Mahomes wasn't really trying to be like assholes about it. They really just were trying to work out, and his equipment was there. They apparently asked him to move, and he refused to move. So in reality, you know, I should have done a little bit more fact checking on those two guys to see. But in the moment, I think everyone reacted the way they did. But guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because I'm like thinking about all the Chiefs fans' comments. They were not happy with me. I think someone said, we're getting roasted by a guy who has a roasted by a guy with a Mario shirt on. First off, it was a Super Mario shirt, and yes, yes you are. Nah, I have to poke fun at the Chiefs, because yeah, you're the best team. So it's a fun thing to do. But moving forward, I'm going to refrain from calling them any nicknames or making jokes to some degree. Because I do want to go ahead and, you know, I don't want to add anything into the trash. I don't want to add anything to the trash talk. We just got to go out there and play. And that's kind of how I look at it. And I was thinking about it after that video. I was like, all right, man, I got to calm down. I got to take a step back because I might be going a little crazy with this. And maybe rightfully so. Maybe rightfully so. I don't know. Maybe I'm justified. Maybe I'm not justified. But I'm not going to become the Cincinnati Bengals mayor at this point. And I kind of felt the other night I had like a coming to moment of like, bro, you are becoming the Cincinnati Bengals mayor. And I'm like, all right, I gotta take a seat medically, mentally, and physically, because we gotta get this going again. So tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. I'll see you guys next one. Peace.